getting fired up about this. All right, I am so excited to jump into this. I'm going to be off center because I'm going to be popping a lot of pictures up on the screen. I decided that in order to gather all of these, I don't put things back enough. And these are things that I use almost every day. So we're just going to pop pictures up. I'm going to try to get through this quickly, but it's going to be a long one. So settle in, grab a drink, a snack, whatever you need to do, or put this on while you're cleaning, hanging out. We're going to get through this. I have broken this up into more makeup items. There's some lip care involved in this makeup category. And then most of what I'm going to offer, I think, is in the skincare world, which was surprising to me. So I am so excited. Let's go ahead and dive right in. The first that I want to talk about is one that I have only ever seen one person on YouTube talk about, and that's who introduced this line to me, and it was Makeup by Tiffany D. So I have been watching her since 2009. She feels like an older sister to me. I love her so much. But she introduced me to Sarah Happ lip products, and you can find Sarah Happ at Ulta, honestly, and not honestly, but surprisingly, it's surprising that no one talks about her products when she's on Ulta. She's on QVC, and then she has her website. So the thing that she is most famous for, and what I think is her best product, is her Sweet Clay Lip Mask, which comes in at $34, which sounds very steep, but when I tell you this jar will last you forever, it will. And I think a few years ago, it did have a moment on the internet because the lip mask makes your lips like light bubblegum pink. But this lip mask is not a sleeping lip mask. This is like an SOS, please save my lips now lip mask. And I love it. My husband's used it and he loves it. What is so interesting about it, it says, regenerate your lips with our pink pot of perfection. This rich frosting-like mask goes on thick and luxuriously packed with healing bentonite clay, softening shea butter, and Ayurvedic herbs sourced from the Himalayas. When you hear that list, you immediately go, bentonite clay, isn't that drying? I don't know the science, but this makes my lips good as new. This is, again, one of those like SOS Hail Mary situations. You leave it on for like as long as you want, a couple minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then you wipe it off. A couple of things about it is the frosting like texture it is, but it's very kind of like sticky and thick, but you're only wearing it for a few minutes and it saves your lips. And then it smells kind of like mint bubblegum. Like more bubblegum than mint, but like it's just a delightful product. It saves your lips. People need to hype this up. It is absolutely incredible. I feel like I need to film a best of lip care video. The next product that I want to call out is the Dream Slip, which is the overnight lip mask. And she just recently came out with it in a tube, which I'm so happy about because as much as I loved the one, and I emptied this, the one that I had in the tub, I hate dipping fingers in. So I am this winter going to be picking up a new mask and a new tube of the Dream Slip. It smells almost like marshmallowy chamomile together. Like it's a very interesting thing, but it has natural oils, hyaluronic acid, cognac root, and the flavor is chamomile, honey, and vanilla. So yeah, kind of like that sweet chamomile, but not overpowering. And this will leave your lips with like almost a white-ish goo. So it is definitely a sleeping lip mask and it is sticky. But the stickiness, this is the only lip mask other than the Fit Glow that I wake up and there's still almost a full amount of the lip mask on my lips, and this actually heals. And my husband has used this as well. $34 for the tub, but again, it will take you at least a year to get through that. It's incredible. Why are we not talking about it? Those are the two things that I think are absolutely underhyped from her brand. I will say her lip scrubs are nice, but they're not the best. The One Luxe Gloss is very sticky, and then she's also really known for her Lip Slip Balm, which is the day version of the Dream Slip. You do get a very nice pink color, and it really adheres to the lips like the Dream Slip, but it's sticky, and that's why I don't wear it during the day. But it also comes in a tube now too, which is amazing. Please check Sarah Happ out. If you are interested in lip products, if you have very, very dry lips, Sarah Happ is where it's at. And yeah, I can't say enough good things. Why are we not talking about it? And we are 5 minutes in, so we might have to split this up into beauty and skincare. The next product is no surprise, the Balm Desert Bronzer and Blush. This is $21, and I know that we haven't been excited about the balm in a while, but this blush is phenomenal. It is what I have on my cheeks. For someone of my skin tone and coloring, it is like a bronzer, blush, and contour in one. It is a very beautiful, any time of the year, flush on the cheeks, especially if you're someone who doesn't like to wear a lot of color on the cheeks. It gives you a lively look. It kind of blends into the bronzer a little bit, and you just look put together. I absolutely love this. The finish on the skin is airbrushed and beautiful. And again, I know it's the balm. I know we haven't been excited, but this blush is where it's at. I thought it was under 20, so it's interesting that it's 21, but it is worth every penny. And it does say that it is a staining blush, but it doesn't stain the skin. However, the wear time on it is beautiful. Can't say enough good things about that. If you like the color that's on my cheeks, if you are similarly toned to me, even if you're a little bit deeper, I think it's going to be so beautiful. The next item is Well People powders. Like, let's give Well People much more credit. Even if you are not necessarily into more drugstore brands, or if you're not into the clean beauty space, Well People powders are still absolutely phenomenal. The Super Powder Brightening Powder for $22 is absolutely insane. I think if you're deeper complected, you might want to bump to the new shade that they just released, which is kind of like a peachy pink. But if you are similarly complected to me, it doesn't really brighten. It's more translucent on my skin, but I am very fair. I love it. Before the Westman Atelier, this was the only powder I trusted on my skin that didn't look like powder outside of maybe the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless powder. But this is like half the cost, and it's so gorgeous. It really does kind of help blur a little bit. It does have a little bit of iridescence, but in a way that it just preserves the dewiness of your face, no matter what you're wearing. And then the next one is their bronzing powder is gorgeous. And it does have a little bit of glitter, which is why I kind of stopped reaching for it. But they did release new shades of that as well, and I really want to pick that up. I'm hoping it doesn't have as big of chunks of glitter. But why are we not talking about these? In the world of the Kosas, Charlotte Tilbury, Westman Atelier, like, I put this powder in the ring with them, and for me, it comes out winning most of the time. I have gone through at least 3 or 4 of these powders. I continue to come back to this powder. It is just one that I know I can trust and go back to. We need to be talking about Well People powders more, people. They're so good. Don't sleep on these. You can get them at Ulta, you can get them at Target, you can get them through Well People's site, and you can also get them on Credo Beauty. So, highly recommend you check these out, especially if you're someone who struggles to get powder to look nice on the skin. These have a very beautiful kind of like airbrushed effect on the face. Then the next item coming up is Olivia Palermo Beauty. I was so excited to make my video, which I will link in the cards, because not enough people talk about this brand at all. I will say I have only tried the eyeshadow palettes and the lip balm, but let's start there. The lip balm, so underrated. If you're someone who is self-conscious or doesn't really like the appearance of lines in your lips and you are more of a lip balm person, that lip balm is the most blurring lip balm I have ever used, and even against the Fit Glow, which is blurring, that is even more so. They only have 2 shades right now, and the lychee shade, which is the pink, isn't super pigmented, so it's just going to give the lightest tint to the lips. The clear, obviously no tint. They're phenomenal. I know that they're $29, but the packaging is metal and very chic. And again, the blur on the lips is insane. I will even, while I'm editing videos, watch back videos where I have that lip balm on, and it blows me away every single time how blurring it is on the lips. So underrated. If that sounds good to you, I highly recommend those. And then the eyeshadow palettes. This is where she truly, truly shines for me. Her formula is great. The mattes blend really well, and the shimmers are very high impact, but they're almost in between a foil and a celestial and a kind of duochrome. They're like in the middle of that because you get really good payoff of the pigment that they're built on, but the shimmers that she puts in there are like micro glitters of all different colors that really play on eye color really well, and also allow you to kind of play with color in a way that's more approachable for someone that doesn't want to play with a stark color. and it just looks beautiful. The undertone that runs through all of her shadows are very kind of like native to the skin. I will say, I do think a lot of her shadows are going to work on deeper skin because they are so high impact. But if you have similar skin tone to me, up to medium, these are really at home. I can't really speak to the mattes for a deeper skin tone, but they're just absolutely insane. And the packaging, if you are a luxury person and you have not checked out Olivia Palermo, pause this video and go to her website. You will not regret these eyeshadow palettes. They weigh a ton. They look beautiful. They feel beautiful. The colors are beautiful. Again, if you're interested in more in-depth and some swatches of some of them, go check out my Olivia Palermo Regalia video. I can't say enough good things. More people need to talk about this. When I was searching for videos on this to make a decision, there was really only 3. It was like Khaki, Kate Face, and one other YouTuber. And why? These are stunning. Stunning. All right, next on my list, I'm so excited to talk about, are Terra Moon's Chameleon shades. So these kind of range in price, but they're mostly, I think, around the $13 range. I can't wait to get into that swatch party because whether you're someone who is into single, duochrome, multi-chrome shades, or you're someone like me who typically dives into a palette, relies on palettes for those special shades, you need to check Terra Moon's out. I know that 13 a piece is very steep, but if you go to someone's page like Seeking Shifts, she has a lot of swatches. They range from super colorful, high impact to neutral lover friendly. And also what I love about these is they're smooth. I don't get a lot of flakes or fallout even throughout the day, which is like amazing to me, especially after trying some other of these indie brands. And the other thing is Terra Moon's is one of the most consistent when it comes to having things in stock and allowing for pre-orders. So you don't have to kind of watch the site like a hawk. You can kind of just go and browse whenever you feel. And I love that because with a lot of these indie brands, I think something that keeps a lot of people from buying from them is that they can't get their hands on it and they have to like constantly be watching like a hawk to get what they're looking for. Whereas Terra Moon's has done a really good job with all of that. I can't recommend them more. I love them so much. Then next in the makeup category is Fit Glow Lip Serums. You guys, I have a huge tower over there. I have almost every single shade. I know that they have gotten more hype recently and they are very hyped up in the clean beauty community, but when it comes to the overall beauty community, everyone needs to have these. I left a comment with someone that was like, if I could buy a lip serum for everybody in the world, I would, because the joy that I experience with them. You get a lot of bang for your buck, even though they're higher cost. You can always get them on sale. The night lip serum is the night lip mask that I wear every single night. I have not gone back to the Sarah Hap yet because of that, and I love the Sarah Hap. The colors are beautiful. You can get a statement lip and be so comfortable. It doesn't migrate around. You don't have to worry about it. It's just, that's my everyday lip product, hands down. Let's hype it up, you know? That one is kind of like, should it be on this list? I don't know, but to me, I think more people need to come around to them. Then the last thing that I will keep in the makeup category is the Kinship Lip Jelly Mask. I use this every day for lip prep, and I think where people get the wrong idea about this product or don't think it's a good product is this is not like an overnight mask to me. This is not an SOS mask to me. This is prepping your lips for something else because it does have those AHAs in it. It's meant to very gently exfoliate. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 for me when I'm getting ready. If I put this on, I know it's going to gently exfoliate, but it's also hydrating my lips so that by the time I get to whatever lip product I'm wearing, especially if it's a matte lip product, I know that my lips will be taken care of to a point where they'll look at their best underneath whatever I'm putting on top of it. So I've only seen one person talk about it, and that was State of Kate, and she wasn't a huge fan, but I love that, and I would highly recommend that. It is my favorite lip prep product, I think, other than some of the skincare we're going to get into shortly. And actually, while we're on it, I'm going to put one more product in the makeup category since we have been talking about lip, and that is the Buxom Lip Scrub Stick. No one talks about this. I went through a love affair with Buxom. I tried all of their products a couple years ago, and this one was in that. I know that everyone talks about the e.l.f. Stick scrubs, but I've never liked those. I think they taste nasty. I don't think that they're scrubby enough. However, this Buxom lip scrub I keep on my desk because when I notice my lips are in need of a little scrub, it is the easiest mess-free way. Whip it out, scrub your lips, and it is very scrubby, and it also leaves behind a little bit of a balm. It is phenomenal. I would say that I've tried both of the flavors that they're offering now, the dragon fruit and then I think it's guava. Let's pull it up. The sweet guava. Actually, no. What I have now is the holiday release from last year, and it's in a purple tube, and I honestly don't know. I'll pop it up on the screen what flavor it is. Would not really recommend that one. It doesn't smell very good. The dragon fruit is phenomenal. It just smells kind of like sweet with a hint of vanilla, but perfect amount of scrubbiness, not messy at all, very portable, $19. It'll last you forever. I didn't even get through a full one before it went off, and I use that all the time. So great. You can get them at Ulta, you can get them on the Buxom website. I think you might be able to get them at Sephora, and you can also get them on QVC. Cannot say enough good things. That is the lip scrub that I would recommend out of all the lip scrubs I've tried, which has been a lot. And with that said, let's kick off with a hand and nail company. So if you're new here on my channel, hi, I have a series called Beauty Strategy, and I go through how I cope with anxiety, overall sadness, just whatever I'm feeling, I cope through beauty. And I have a video on my hand and nail care because I have a cuticle picking problem. But I go through a lot of these hand and nail care companies because that is one way that I keep myself from picking my nails and also heal my cuticles. So I fell in love with London Town earlier this year as I saw that they were new to Ulta. Since I went to their website and actually have ordered a lot off of their website because Ulta is only offering a selection of their items, and no one talks about this. I feel like Olive & June and Static Nails really kind of corner the market, at least in the circles of beauty YouTube and Instagram that I'm running in. And London Town is just incredible, and they offer some products that I feel like Olive & June especially is just now catching on to, and I think that they just need some praise for that. Their care section is outstanding because I'm someone who gets my nails professionally done, and when I'm not getting them professionally done, sometimes I paint them, but for the most part, I'm looking for companies that offer care products. And everything I've tried outside of one, I really like. The only thing I would not necessarily recommend is the cuticle gel pen and the cuticle cream pen. They're just a little messy compared to some of my other things, but my favorite products from this line are the cuticle oil. Phenomenal. I use that every day. The nail scrub is really nice if you get cuticles that grow onto your nail, and I have yet to see anyone else really do something like that. The nail cream is okay, but my top favorite product is their Whipped Cloud hand cream. It is my favorite hand cream for my desk because it sinks in, it's not greasy, it doesn't get all over your keyboard. So I absolutely love that. Their glass nail file is really nice, and the prices are fairly reasonable. The only thing I haven't tried that's on my list is the 2-in-1 hand and nail treatment serum. I think that that would be a really kind of great lightweight serum type product that sinks in quicker than a hand cream. But yeah, if you're in the market for some hand and nail care, or polish even, I haven't tried the polish, but I'm very curious. I know State of Kate recently came across them, and she is, I think, testing out their nail concealer, so I'm interested to see what that has. I hope that she brings a little bit more spotlight to this brand. I love this brand. They always are running sales. They came out with lip products recently. They have a peptide lip serum, a smoothing lip balm, and then some glosses, but I think there's mint, and I'm just not a mint lippy person. But yeah, London Town all day, man. Like, why are we not talking about these things? Getting fired up about this. Okay, moving right along, the next item is from Ulta MD. Now I know what you're thinking. Rachel, everybody hypes Ulta MD. Everybody talks about Ulta MD. I disagree. Everybody talks about Ulta MD, but they talk about it from a standpoint of sunscreen, and while yes, they have a very nice sunscreen, one of their best products I have not heard a single soul peep about, and I learned about them through the med spa that I was going to for chemical peels, and it is their foaming facial cleanser. It is sensitivity free, pH balanced, and oil free. It is a gentle enzyme cleanser. This cleanser is so good. It does not irritate my skin. It helps with breakouts because of the enzymes. But the best part about it is it breaks down makeup. So you could use this as first and second cleanse if you wanted to. But that's not the best part. This is the best part. This comes out as like a creamy wash. But then as you work it into dry skin, it turns into what I can only describe as like a shave foam, which one is so pleasing, two, so much fun, and three, it really removes every trace of makeup. I love this cleanser, and you get 7 ounces for $30, but when I tell you you need like 1 pump to do your whole face because it expands. So you use such little product that it is very effective and somewhat affordable. You can get it on Derm Store. If you do the auto replenish, it's $24.40. If you buy it outright, it's $30.50. But they run sales all the time. They do 15% off all the time. I wish people would talk about this. I am tempted to purchase this again just so I can show you guys on camera. Plus, I just really love it. Like, I used that solid for probably 2 years. And I took a break from my Vanicream. I always have Vanicream as like an emergency situation type of thing. But I was using the Elta MD face wash, foaming face wash for a while. I love it so much. What a sensorial experience. It's just, I love it so much. Please hype it up. The next thing is something that I also found at my med spa, and that is the Jan Marini Skinzyme mask. And it is a 2-ounce mask that is, she's pricey. She's $75, but hear me out. I have very sensitive skin. I cannot do acid exfoliators or chemical exfoliators in my skin. Very, very picky about it. What I love about this is it is mostly papaya enzymes. Like the first ingredient is green papaya concentrate. It is fragranced. It doesn't upset my skin, but we use this as like a pregame to my acid peels or chemical peels. Why am I using those interchangeably? My chemical peels. And it is bright green. It smells like papaya. It smells like fruit. And it is so gentle, and you don't have to wear the mask for a long time. I used this for a couple years as well. I love it. I do think that I might be repurchasing it. The problem is I have really gotten my skin to a good state. The tranexamic acid that I'm using now is really working out for me, but this one is kind of nice to do like a facial on yourself. That's why like $75, I'm not using that every day, you know? But it's really, really nice, and I wish people would talk about it. I have not tried anything else from the Jan Marini line, but based on that, I would be tempted. Let me know if you've ever heard of that line or used it, because it is, I think, a very, very hidden gem that we need to discuss more. Moving right along to Beekman 1702. I have an aunt, Aunt Bobby, shout out Aunt Bobby, is the best gift giver in the world. She just always knows what you need that you didn't know you needed. And she has been buying me Beekman 1702 for years. I have tried a lot of their products, and some of the oldies are goodies, and I think people know from Beekman 1702, which is like the lip balms and the soaps. But what I think we need to hype up more, and I've really only seen Rudy Berry talk about Beekman, it's 1802. Why am I saying 1702? 1802. I've heard Rudy Berry talk about their skincare, but what I want to talk about is their body care. Now, some people are going to be like, this is hyped. I buy mine on QVC. It is the gold standard. We need to take notes from you. I want to see more people talk about this on the YouTubes, because goat milk is so good for the skin. And I have tried a few of these, and I will be picking these back up for winter as it kind of cools down and my skin dries out. Whipped body cream is absolutely phenomenal. So much moisture. The new body serum that they have, I have tested and is phenomenal, okay? Like, sinks in, super hydrating. Some people might not even need moisturizer after that. Then the facial mist is excellent. I cannot wait to get a full size of that. It's just an absolutely great company, especially if you have sensitive skin. They have a ton of unscented options that goat milk is supposed to be so helpful for inflamed or upset skin. Just great. And I want to talk about a specific flavor of their lip balm that no one talks about. I thought it was on my desk, but it's not. It is the sweet grass. If you are someone, this is so funny because I am highly, highly allergic to outside, like grass, pollen, trees, all of it. But I love the smell of fresh cut grass. And I know that there's a whole lot of us out there. If you do or know someone that does, this has like a hint of that mixed, not even, it is that mixed with a hint of spearmint and a little bit of sweetness, not like a vanilla sweetness, not a creamy sweetness, just a sweetness. Oh, what a pleasure to use. They just have incredible scents too. So let's talk about them more. Let's get them, hyped up. I love the company. They have really grown over the last few years, especially. I mean, I remember when they were like Cracker Barrel exclusive in the gift shop, and now to see them even graduate from QVC to like Ulta, and they're getting some airtime on YouTube. I'm just so happy. Well deserved, but let's, boost it up even more. I want to see the entire line at Ulta and not just part of it. And that's kind of how I feel about London Town that we talked about. Like, let's boost them to the point where Ulta is like, we carry everything. That would be just a dream. Next up is from the brand Kitsch, and these are both around $10 to $15. I will pop them up on the screen. First is the heel socks. If you are someone who struggles with terrible dry feet and crusty, dusty feet, but you can't wear socks to bed because you hate the feeling, usher in these beautiful heel socks. They have the kind of jelly aloe lining and they cover just your heel. Phenomenal. They wash well. I have 2 pairs. Please go check them out if you have crusty, dusty feet. Then the second is the towel scrunchies. I have not heard anyone talk about these, but if you have medium, thick, fine hair, I think it will help you. I will say, if you have thicker hair, you're probably not going to get as many twists around your hair, but I'm assuming that they'll stretch out over time. But it is essentially like those microfiber towels. I use mine from Aquis, I think is how you say it. Aquis, however. But they're a scrunchie, so I can just put my hair up in a low bun with that, and it does help dry it out. So I really love those, especially if I'm too lazy to grab a towel. These are lazy girl things, but I highly recommend those. I don't hear anyone talk about them. Moving along with kind of like the shower theme is the ecotools body loofah that is biodegradable. These are like $5. You can get them on sale at Ulta. They're at Walmart. They're everywhere. Everyone raves about the beauty sponge, which I love that too. But I was looking forever to find an alternative to my husband's love of those plastic loofahs. And yes, you can get real life loofahs, but those can get pricey and they're not necessarily soft on the skin. This is biodegradable. I wish it didn't have plastic in the packaging because that kind of defeats the purpose, but it's still better than the plastic loofahs that my husband was using before. They're super soft. They make soap foam really well. The price point is right. They last for a while and you can compost them. They are phenomenal. Talk about them more, shower talk or whatever it's called on the TikTok. The shade. Anyway, love that. Moving into Lana lips. I am someone who is obsessed with lip care because my lips are always severely dry. I love lip care. I have watched so many lip care videos and no one besides Matilda ever talks about Lana Lips 101 ointment. This is, if you are out and about and your lips feel like they're just going to crack and bleed at any moment, Lana Lips 101 ointment. My husband has also used it. Yes, it has lanolin in it, but I mentioned that in another video where the way they're collecting the oil from the sheep, they're not harming the sheep. I think they're cruelty free even. I'll confirm on the screen. I love it so much. Don't bother with any of the other lip products. The 101 ointment is where it's at if you're into some serious healing. I will be picking up my yearly winter tube of it that I do go through in the winter as soon as we get closer to the cooler weather. And it's $16.95. It lasts forever. The only thing is it has to be at the right temperature because it does kind of firm up as it gets cooler, much like the Glossier Balm.com. It is Balm.com on steroids in terms of healing, but there is no scent to it, and you do get a little bit of the lanolin smell, so if that's going to bother you, skip it. But why don't we talk about it more? That'll heal your shit up real quick. Family friendly, I'll beep it out. Then we have the Peach Slices line. You guys, so I've tried all of the new redness relief line, and then I have also tried the regular intensive serum. Everything is under $20, which is so good. I love luxury, don't get me wrong, but I like to save on things that I'm continuously repurchasing. Peach Slices is sensitive skin friendly, acne prone friendly. It really helps heal my skin, keep acne at bay, and it's all under $20. It's incredible. I cannot wait to do a full video on those. I fully plan on doing that. I think they deserve much more hype. I've really only seen Rudy Berry talk about the mask, and I think State of Kate recently posted on her Instagram about the mask, or maybe it was a video. Either way, I want to hear more people hype this line up. It is accessible, it is effective, it is sensitive skin friendly. I love it so much. So much. Peach Slices for the win. Then the next item is the Belief Moisturizing Balm. You guys, I'll be short on this because I know the Belief has had its heyday, but it was all about Aqua Balm and moisturizing balms where it's at. I will not be taking questions at this time. Also, it's in the big tube now, which amen, amen, amen. I'm so happy. Deserves much more hype, especially in that tube. I think it brings the price down a little bit more to be palatable. It's also a lot more product. It's in a better vessel. I hype it up. Hype. Then next is Vanicream. All right, everybody out here talking about CeraVe, Cetaphil, all these boring brands, when the best boring brand of all, to me, is Vanicream. I've heard State of Kate talk about them, but that's it. That face wash, actually, I found that face wash through Kathleen Lights back in the day. But where's everybody else talking about it? You be talking about CeraVe, but you won't give Vanicream any airtime. And let me tell you, that body moisturizer from Vanicream, that will lock every ounce of moisture and hydration into your skin. Every ounce. It has been a staple for a lot of people for decades, and there is absolutely all the reason why. I want to try some more of their products, but that face wash is my ride or die, pry it from my cold dead hands, bury me with it, best face wash in the world. Next is the Fit Glow Sea Ceramide Toning Mist. Fit Glow as a whole definitely has their audience, but I would like to see them come into more mainstream. They're a phenomenal brand. I love what they stand for. I love what they're doing. The Sea Ceramide Toning Mist is absolutely incredible. I love the ceramides in it. I love the sea ingredients in it. Very calming, very hydrating. I use it before makeup. I use it as throughout the steps in my skincare. I just really love it. It's one that I know I can trust. And it is a little pricier, but it's also in an aluminum tin bottle, which is incredible. They're really kind of one of few brands that's really kind of following up on their claims of trying to be more eco-friendly and carbon neutral. I just love them. Out of their whole line, the lip serums and this product are my very favorites. I love it so much. I think more skincare people should be talking about it. Honestly, algae as a whole, I saw Dr. Dre made a video like last year, but like, can we talk about algae? Because like, I love me some algae. Moving along though, because I'm starting to lose my voice and I'm getting tired. I think there's only one thing left, which is Phytosurgeons skincare. I feel like, yes, people are catching on that those blushes and eyeshadows are the best, and the Spectral Shine highlighter. I get it. They're starting to sell out. And also Verdant Force Field's popular. I would say Phytosurgeons as a whole for like mainstream beauty lovers, but specifically within Phytosurgeons, Sea Submerge. Everyone raves about Verdant Force Field and the makeup products. Sea Submerge? I will forever be indebted to Jason for creating that product. It has those sea ingredients, hyaluronic acid, a few other hydrators. It calms my skin like that, prevents breakouts, helps heal breakouts. I use that morning and night, and I'm already almost through my first bottle, and I think it's out of stock and I'm dying inside. If you try one thing from these videos, let it be Sea Submerge, the Fit Glow Lip Serums, Sarah Happ, and maybe that Elta MD face wash, honestly, because that is such a fun experience. But yeah, I have talked on and on. Again, losing my voice. I hope that this was fun. I hope that maybe you're learning about products or brands that you haven't heard of before. I was trying to keep it fairly quick. So if you want more information or demos on any of the products I mentioned, let me know down below. Let me know if you have products that you think are severely underhyped. I love learning about these kind of hidden gems in the beauty world and the skincare world. So yeah, let me know down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.